wait for him.
You say hi to Joey. She's watching. His grandmother.
You good?
Do I say hi?
If you let me know when you get all late, I'd appreciate it.
When do I start?
Just a second, Junior.
Okay.
I'll tell you exactly what to do. Remember, just remember, be loud.
Oh, you look really loud. All right, attention in the pit.
All right, attention to the pits. We got our lineup and ARA winged out on micros. Starting first. No Carpenter. Starting second. Charlie Leffler. Starting third. Colton Robinson. Starting fourth. Connor Bora. Starting fifth. Ian Borgo. Starting sixth, Jim Cradle. Starting seventh, Cale Goodwin. And starting eighth, Paige Moss.
All right, Caleb's in the house. Great job. First time announcing here, but he's got better things to do. He's going to go get ready to race his junior sprint. Thank you there, Caleb. All right, welcome to Marion County Speedway. We would like to welcome our Facebook guests. We are getting ready to start our heat races for the evening, day 2 of the Bullring Bonanza. We have NARA Outlaw Winged class. They will be first on the track, first of 3 heats. They will be the first ones to go. All right, we are getting ready to rumble. Again, this is heat number 1 in the NARA Outlaw Wing class. Starting on the pole, your number 1, it'll be 42C of Noah Carpenter. Starting outside pole, the 67K, Charlie Leffler. Starting in third, the 71 of Colton Robinson. Starting in fourth, the 29C, Connor Bora. Starting in fifth, the 14B, Ian Borgo. Starting in sixth, the 19K, Jim Cradle. Starting in seventh, the number 9, Cale Goodwin. Starting eighth in the 95, Paige Moss. And we are going green. All right, we got a little issue between 1 and 2, bringing out the caution. Looks like the 19K and the 95. That'll be Jim Cradle and Paige Moss. It will be a complete restart. We did not get a lap in. All right, luckily everyone back in it. Complete restart. And we are going green. All right, way out in front. That'll be Noah Carpenter in the 42. Looks like the 67, Charlie Leffer in second. 3 laps in, and oh no, Noah spinning out, but keeps it going. Staying green, staying green. That's what we like to see. Oh no, the caution is thrown. All right, unfortunately, that puts the 42C, Noah Carpenter, to the tail. Do not expect him to stay there. Restarting this race will be the 67, Charlie Leffler. And we are back under green. And the flagman is showing halfway done with this first heat race. What a battle out in front, 71 and 67. Noah Carpenter's made his way up, back up to 4. All right, we have caution number 2 out on the track. All right, that'll be the second spin for the 42C. He will be out for this heat. We will line them back up and restart the race. All right, restarting this race, the leader, Colton Robinson in the 71. In second, Charlie Leffler in the 67. And Paige Moss in third in the 95. 3 laps to go in heat number 1 on the Outlaw wing, and we are back under green. White flag, final lap. Colton Robinson still out in front. Charlie Leffler still in second. And checkered flag to the 71. Colton Robinson had a great race last night, but broke in the final lap. Good to see him back out there again. All right, this is heat number 2 in the NARA Outlaw Wing class. Starting on the pole, the 41, Cody Bryson. Starting in second, the 22J of Jace Murray. Starting in third, in the 26, Victoria Beener. Starting in fourth, in the 32C, Blake Crooms. Starting in fifth, in the 22, Reed Whitney. Starting sixth, Harley Holland in the 14. Starting in seventh, the 21B of Kasten McNeil. And starting eighth in the 32K, Kimber Crooms. There goes Blake Crooms pulling out into first. Gets by Cody Bryson. Harley Holland makes his way up into second. Gets by Bryson. He's trying to track down Blake Crooms. Good luck with that. Flagman says we are halfway done in heat number 2. Blake Crooms flying out in front. Harley in second. Cody Bryson in third. Two to go as your leader comes around. Blake Crooms still out in front. Harley Holland still in second. Cody Bryson's got a battle right there, trying to hold on to third. And we got a pass on the inside. Victoria Beener takes third. Cody Bryson doesn't want to give it up. We'll see what happens here. Checkered flag goes to Blake Crooms in the 32C. Second place to the 14, Harley Holland. And finishing in third, the 26, Victoria Beener. Great race. All right, next out on the track, heat number 3 for the Outlaw Wing class. Starting on the pole, the 39 of Pete Coffey. Starting second in the 50, Jacob Severn. Starting in third, the 45 of Brandon Denton. Starting fourth, the 74X, Caleb Eddington. Starting fifth, the 126 of Autumn Christ. Starting sixth, the 83, Colin Hutchinson. Starting seventh in the number 7, Carter Beatty. And starting eighth in the 91, Ken, I am certain. All right, lights are out, going green next time around. Again, this is the third and final heat for the NARA Outlaw Wing class. We'll put them all together. This will be a phenomenal feature race when you see these Outlaw Wings, all three heats put together. And we are going green. All right, your leader, I know you can't see a number, but there's one maybe out there. That's the 50 of Jacob Severn out in front. All right, Jacob Severn still out in front with Pete Coffey in second and Caleb Eddington in third. Flagman says we are halfway through heat number 3. Carter Beatty moves up to third, gets by Caleb Eddington. Oh, look at that, what a battle, 2, 3, and 4. That leaves the 1 to take off. 2 to go, 2 to go. White flag, final lap to your leader, Jacob Severn out in front. Carter Beatty in second, Colin Hutchinson in third. Oh, look at that! Passes on the outside. The 83 looks to get by the 7. Checkered flag, Jacob Severn. Colin Hutchinson gets second, and Carter Beatty finishing in third. What a great finish on that final lap. Taking third, taking second. That's going to be a great feature when we put all three of those heats together. All right, ladies and gentlemen, next out on the track for your NARA Junior Sprints, starting on the pole on the 47X, Maggie Stroop. Starting outside pole in the 33, Maverick Stone. Starting in third in the 47, Stetson Stroop. Starting in fourth, the number 7, Caleb IMA new announcer Whitmer. Starting in fifth, the 1K, McKenna Kren. And starting sixth in the 43, Jet Risley. And we are going green in this junior sprint heat race. All right, the flagman says we are halfway through this 6-lap heat race. That's the 47. Stetson Stroop getting by Maverick Stone, getting into first. Maverick in second, and Maggie Stroop in third. We have a caution over there. There's a little spin out in turn 2. We will line up these drivers and restart the race. All right, and we are back on the green. Stetson starting this race off with Maverick right behind him and Maggie right there as well. Two to go, two to go. We have white flag, final lap. And Maggie makes her way around Maverick. She takes second. And taking the checkered for this heat race in the junior sprint class, Stetson Stroop. Maggie Stroop in second. And Caleb, I am a new announcer, Whitmer, finishing in third. Okay, we are now moving on to our IMCA Mod Lights. We will have 3 heat races in this group. Starting on the pole in the 26, Tyler Gary. Starting second, Brandon Dennis in the number 10. Starting in third in the 13 machine, Sam Blaze. Starting in fourth, the 88 of Braden Benson. Starting in fifth, the 777, Dylan Perman. Starting sixth, the 721, Jean-Francois LeBlanc. And starting seventh, in the number 8, Scott Jordan. This is heat number 1 in the IMCA Mod Lights, and we are going green! Flagman says we are halfway through this first heat. right, we have a mod light off the track down in turn 4, bringing out the caution. All right, and checkered flag goes to Brandon Dennis. In the number 10, Scott Jordan finishing in second, and 777, Dylan Perman finishing in third.
10, 7.
What was that, Lynn? I'm sorry. The 10B did not show. The 10L rolled up. I told the 11C to cross over. He said he don't want position. The 10L can have it. I'm not sure what he wants me to do now, so let you guys know. Work that way.
All right, next out on the track, heat number 2 in the Mod Lights class. Starting on the pole, the 302, Shane McCarran. Starting in second, the 56 of Larry Hubbard. Starting third, the 35, Jagger Beard. Starting in fourth, the 10B, Brandon Sturgis. Starting fifth, the 11C, Carson Hubbard. Starting in sixth, the 10L, Mike Lebrot. And starting seventh in the 808, Drew Haney. And we are going green. right, your leader after 3, the 302, Shane McCarran. Carson Hubbard still in second, and Jagger Baird still in third. We are showing 2 laps left in heat number 2. All right, caution in turn 2. That is the 56 of Larry Hubbard, spun out in turn 2. We'll see where he will end up. All right, the lineup looks good. We will go green next time around. It will be a Delaware restart with Shane McCarran out in front. Carson Hubbard in second, and Jagger Baird in third. And we are going green. And we are 2 laps left in this second heat. Still in front in the 302, Shane McCarran. And Carson Hubbard in third. In second. White flag, final lap. Oh, we got a battle. He's pulling up there. Trying to make a pass on the last corner. 302 holding on. Checkered flag goes to Shane McCarran. 11C, Carson Hubbard finishing in second. In the 35, Jagger Baird in third. All right, heat number 3, the final heat in this Mod Lite race. We are starting on the pole, the 47, Brandon Lott. Starting second, the number 9 of Riley Clem. Starting in third, the 28B, Billy Beard. Starting in fourth, and the 28, Bill Leonard. Starting in fifth, the V75, Ryan McKinney. Starting